All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. I pray you are all super blessed. What's that pendant on Jay's chain? That is none other than BLOFIN. BLOFIN. Yeah. The BLOFIN logo, because I got a BLOFIN chain, guys. All right, so Bitcoin. We took a poll wanting to know whether or not we are going to pump from here. And let's see what you guys said in the poll. Make sure to like the stream as usual. If we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT, baby. And look, it's about 50-50, maybe 60-40 say that we're going to pump from here, okay? Let's see, guys. As you can see, I'm in a little bit of a long trade right here. That was the long trade that was given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right, trade given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right, this ain't no hindsight analysis. This is real time analysis in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com. All right. If we take a little look at what happened here in the Casper Crew, let's see. We can see. Let's see if we can see. Ah, crap, we got lag again. All right, well, you know, I guess we got to relocate this thing. I think it just gets too hot. I think it gets too hot, and that's okay. All right, we're gonna relocate into the shade. How about that? We will relocate into the shade. How about that? Had this happen before. Has this happened before? All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do here, guys. We're gonna relocate into the Sade. See if that helps the problem. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. We got some bad lag. Don't worry, guys. We'll get this fixed, all right? We'll get this fixed ASAP, all right? Even if we have to relocate into a different place, we will fix this ASAP, all right? Yeah, let's fix this. Let's fix this. We'll take this live stream somewhere else, all right? Yeah, we got some serious lagging issue right now. But not to fear. Not to fear. Let's see if we can't keep this thing going. Let's see if we can't keep this stream going somehow. All right? Let's see if we can't keep it going somehow. And if not, we'll have to start the stream over. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Man, yeah, we got some serious lag. That happened quick. I've never had that happen before. All right, let me go ahead and check on quickly. Let me just go check on the stream itself here. I'm gonna go to my own real quick and see how my own stream is doing here. Looks like it's still pretty laggy. Let's see if we can't keep this stream going somehow. All right. Let's see if we can't keep it going somehow. There's some serious issue. Let's see what we got going on. Man, yeah, we got some serious, like, that happened quick. I've never had that happen before. All right, let me go ahead and check on quick. Let me just go check on the ring itself here. I think we might be okay right now. I'm gonna go to my own. I think things are coming back in and see how my own stream is doing. Looks like it's pretty laggy. Let's see if we can keep this stream going somehow. All right. All right. So we can keep it going somehow. Yeah, it looks like it was just overheating, guys. Overheating issue. So hang on. Give me 1 second here. All right. We'll get this thing back in action real quick. All right. We'll get this thing back in action real quick. Seems better at the moment. All right, that's cool. That's what's up. All right, well, we'll have to do an improv stream with a different setup than we wanted. All right, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, that's part of what makes the Jason Casper channel, if you know what I mean. But where's my music anyway? See if we can't refresh this. There we go. Here we go. There we go. We got some music. We got our trades. All right. Here's the deal, guys. All right. Long trade given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right. I told everyone I just took a long from the CDW at about 11:54. That was like an hour and a half ago. When we made a lower low, I told them I'm still in the trade. If we make another lower low, I'm out. My reasoning for taking the trade, bullish divs on many time frames, key level after a big dump, and then boom, she got a big old pump. She got a big old pump just as we were suspecting. And so I hit my take profit 1, front running the golden pocket, and my TP2 is at a new high. All right, trade given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Then, last thing I told the community is I've taken a short trade from the Fibonacci Golden Pocket, all right? So I have also taken that short trade as a hedge right now from the Golden Pocket. You can see here, I've got the short trade open, and this right now is basically acting as a hedge trade in case this support resistance flip actually is going to give us a lower high. I've locked in a little bit of a profit here. This is basically going to be a hedge, or it will get stopped out right now for about a $300 loss, which is totally okay with me, considering the fact that you know, I'm long right now. I've got about $250,000 on long trades combined, and I'm up right now. I just made almost $5,000 on the trade, but I've got another long open from lower, up $1,500. So I'm up right now about $3,000 unrealized, almost $5,000 realized. So we're talking $8,000 in profit right now. And so if I take the $300 loss, I don't really care. I don't really care. Audio's chopping in and out a little bit. Let's check the audio real quick here. Let's just double check the audio. Man, this is a bad stream so far, isn't it? Man, this is probably one of the worst streams I've ever done. One of the worst streams I've ever done. Let's see if we can't smash up the likes, guys, and see if we can't get this stream going. All right. All right, so let's talk about the Bitcoin price action. All right. Let's talk about what the heck has been happening here. Start on the 4-hour time frame. So essentially, guys, what we have going on here is we are still trading within the confines of this. We are still trading within the confines of this diagonal support and resistance, this channel right here. Depending on how you want to draw it, you could draw it many different ways. For me right now, this diagonal resistance is very, very important, because if we can break out of this resistance, I'd say we are likely to get a squeeze. We're going to come up, we're going to take the $72,000 area, and potentially we could come up a bit higher. There are two major targets that we have right here. Target number one is going to be the $72,000 to $74,000 zone. The reason for that target is because of the fact that if we go back to the April 2024 low that we put in right over here, right? That's going to be our support resistance flip. All right, that's going to be our support resistance flip. But if we can reclaim that, then we're going up to the Fibonacci golden pocket retest, which also, if we take a look at this range here, is just right around that golden pocket. In fact, if we pull all of this volume, you could see it would be a major backtest of the value area low of this range, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket. All right, so right now, if we can manage to break this diagonal resistance we rejected off of it last night, then I say 72 to 74 and then 84-ish $1,000 targets. We could very well see something like this before we make another low. All right, that is what we're looking at right now with the Bitcoin. When we zoom in, well, let's start in the daily time frame. All right, we are technically printing another green dot here. This does have the potential to be a really nice bottom and a higher low before the breakout. When we go to the 4-hour time frame, we see, you know, when I look at the 4-hour money flow here, I cannot help but see it is getting higher, right? It is getting higher as we made that low. It's getting higher again as we made a higher low last night. We're consolidating. Money flow coming up during consolidation, honestly, a lot of times leads to a breakout. Now, are we going to hit 84? I don't know. These breakouts have been lackluster because we are in a bear market, but I would say that the $72,000 to $74,000 zone is very much so a reasonable target, okay? I do think it's a reasonable target. People say the audio is good now. Let's see. People say that the audio is good now. I hope it's good, guys. All right, this is a very experimental stream. Make sure to smash the likes, guys. We got about almost 500 people in the house. We only have about 122 likes. Let's see if we can't get the likes up to the watchers. Now, locally here, I would say this. We still have this sideways range, and everything that happens over the weekend is always fickle. All right, it's always fickle. It's fickle. And so here's what I'm looking for, all right? We go ahead, we take our fib from low to high locally. If tomorrow the market opens up and we dump, I'm absolutely going to be looking at this area as a support to look for a long trade, right? So I'm still open to coming down to this area and getting a bounce. That would still be acceptable for me. I'm not going to throw in the towel just yet, right? We're still making higher lows here. We are still seeing the money flow come to the upside. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at right now in the moment. Yes, this is a major resistance. And so therefore, when we break it, not only are we breaking the diagonal trend line, but we're also breaking that high volume node and getting a pump, potentially, I'd say, to a new high of the range, $72,000 to $74,000. And I would absolutely be looking for a short from that zone, all right? Let's see how this is going here. Look at this. This is the 3-minute time frame. Bitcoin coming up to the Fibonacci golden pocket. All right, and if you're just joining the stream right now, this long trade that I'm in is a long trade that I gave the Casper Crew VIP Discord in real time. As can be seen in the Discord. All right, took the long trade. Let everyone know I'm still in the trade, even though we made a lower low. Gave my reasoning, and then of course, kaboom baby, we get the pump, and I let everybody know I've taken a profit, moved my stop loss to entry, and then I let everyone know I'm taking a short, all right? And so this is like real-time trading in the Casper Crew, JasonCasperTrading.com. Also, guys, if you want to join my scalping group, I'm going to be starting a live scalping group that's free to join. We're going to do it a few times a week where we're looking for scalp trades, not trades like this. Right? This is more of a day trade, right? This would have been stopped out if we were scalping. But if you want to join the scalping group, make sure to sign up. You can either sign up to BLOFIN or you can sign up to KCEX. Both of these exchanges are going to use your user ID of that exchange to bring you into my scalping Discord that will live stream a few times a week. All right. And so let's talk about what's happened locally with this Bitcoin price action. All right. Let's see what's happened here. Because this is a pretty important, what's happening now is quite important. First of all, why did I take a long trade from down here? All right. Why did I have the conviction to take a long trade from here and hold it even though we made a lower low? Quite simply put, guys, it is because of this. All right. Let's go to our 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, you can see something very important here. We dipped down into this 30-minute order block that we have right here. All right. It's a very key level on the chart. We have a 30-minute order block right here. All right. I'm actually going to be making a video on order blocks later today. If you haven't checked out my new free trading course, check it out, all right? So far, I have 6 sessions, but there's going to be more. A free trading course on my YouTube channel. It's called the Day Trading Full Guide. Make sure to go check it out, guys, all right? So we came down to the 30-minute order block. Now, if we pull this level to the side here, we can see that this 30-minute order block is not just a 30-minute order block. This has been the support resistance flip going all the way back to the 11th of February. It was support once, support twice, support 3, 4 times. Then it was resistance once, twice, 3 times. And then we formed a range here. As we're forming the range here, we have the previous low that we made earlier this morning, I suppose, or yesterday, the 28th of February. And so really, remember, the asset is always trading sideways. And in this instance, what are the sideways range that we're looking at here? Well, the previous highs were these lows that flipped to resistance. And so this is the high of the range. And then this is the low of the range. And so when you come down to the low of the range, you should be looking for a long. Like, it should just be second nature. That should be the long that you're looking for, right? This zone is the zone to look for the long trade. Now, when we go to Market Cipher B, what were we doing as we came down there? Well, we go to the 1-hour time frame, and we are kind of, it's neutral, right? Well, as we go down lower, we go to the 30-minute time frame. What are we seeing as the price is coming into that zone? We're seeing the momentum waves getting higher as the price is getting lower, all right? That is giving us the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern. We have the big fat juicy on the left, the tiny little skinny on the right. We can go ahead, we can superimpose that right onto the chart. We stretch it out, we pull it out, and you can see, boom, look at that. The resemblance is striking. We go to the 24-minute time frame. What do we see? Same thing. We go to the 12-minute time frame. What do we see? The same thing. Momentum is getting higher as the price is coming into our zone. Now, originally, money flow was getting lower. Money flow is a little bit fickle on the 12-minute, but as we look at the 6-minute, what else are we seeing? Look at this. The money flow on the 6-minute time frame is getting higher as the price is getting lower, all right? And so, therefore, that is a trade that I am looking to take. It has all the elements that you're looking for in a trade. Element number 1, we're at a support zone. It's a massive support. Element number 2, we're seeing bullish divergences on the chart. And here's a third element. It's a Sunday, which means when we get a fast move down like that into a key zone, there's a very good chance we're going to get something to the upside, all right? Enough to lock in a good profit. And honestly, for me, I'm more than satisfied with this profit, all right? Now, let's talk about the short trade, because I've taken a short trade. I told the community I'm taking a short trade. That was the last thing I posted. And basically, you can see I've even taken a little profit on the short trade. Why did I tell the community that I'm taking a short trade? After a quick TP, I'm looking to hold as a hedge. Here's the reason why. If we are not going to continue up, this is where we are likely to reject. And so therefore, this is a great place to hedge yourself. Why do I say? Well, think of it. If you've already made $4,700 and you still have $1,400 in the trade, then you have to think to yourself, look, if I take a short here and I scalp it for a quick take profit, which I did, then I added a little bit to the trade. If I get stopped out of my short trade, I'm losing $300 on the stop loss. I already made $194. I'm basically getting stopped out at a break even. It's a $100 loss out of, right now, $6,000. So if you have $6,000, and you have 2 options here on your $6,000 profit. Either if this long trade goes back down and we get closed out for a $4,500 profit, great, I made $4,000, that's amazing, okay? If the trade keeps pumping I'm still making profit. Great. I'm making $5, $6, $7, $8,000. Amazing. Now, if the price goes down and I make my $4,000 profit here, and I have a hedge short open from key resistance, then not only am I guaranteed to make my $4,500, but I'm also now making profit on this $100,000 short position here, okay? And so here's the thing. The reason why I shorted this level is because if we take the Fibonacci from the last high to the low, we're coming right up to the Fibonacci golden pocket. All right, take it from the high to the low. We're coming right up to that Fibonacci golden pocket, right? Not only is it the Fibonacci golden pocket, but it's also the support resistance flip from this area, all right? We have support, 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 and so now it's our resistance, right? Now it's our resistance. And so therefore, there's a chance if this downtrend is going to continue, because let's be honest, this is a downtrend, right? From the high that we made yesterday, we're making lower lows and lower highs. And so the trend is your friend, right? I took a counter trend trade here, looking at this as a sideways range, but I'm recognizing, hey, within the sideways range, we're in a downtrend. And if this downtrend is going to continue, this is where the lower high is probably going to come in from. And so therefore, I should take a short here to protect my gains, all right? Now, again, guys, I just want to say that this is all stuff I'm telling my community in real time. I told them I'm taking the long, spelling errors and all. The reason I spelled errors here is because I was helping my wife. We were building a new bed for my son. He's about to be 2. He needs a big boy bed, right? So sometimes you're trading and building beds. I'm letting them know, look, we made a lower low, but I'm still in the trade. I gave the reasoning. Then we get the big pump. I let everyone know when I'm taking my profit to front run the golden pocket. I let everyone know my criteria to take a short, and then I let everyone know, yeah, look, I've actually taken the short. All right? Now, if you want to join the community, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. It's myself and 3 instructors are doing this 3 times a day. All right? Now, also, if you want to join my free scalping group, make sure to sign up either to KCEX or BLOFIN using my link in the description and the pinned chat. If you get a user ID under my link, you will be you'll be eligible to go into a Discord where I'll be streaming multiple times a week, live scalping, all right? This is not scalping what I'm doing now. This is more day trading-ish, right? The day trades and stuff, that's the stuff I post in the Casper crew. You can't post scalps in the Casper crew. They happen too quick. You have to do them in real time. Trades like this one that I just took here, this is the kind I can post in the Casper crew because I know we got time. I know we got time, baby. All right, I know we got that time. That time. Let's see. Shout out to Jorge. He says, thank you for all you do in the community, bro. No, Jorge, thank you for all you do in the community, man. Honestly, thank you for all you do in the community, bro. This is my LTD EC 1000 Deluxe, all right? It's a beautiful guitar, honestly. This is a beautiful guitar. Some nice sweep picking on here, you know? Sweep like a dang janitor. I don't remember how to sweep pick. It would help if I had a pick. But yeah. Okay, so this is really a critical area for Bitcoin. Shout out to Jorge for the super chat. It's a critical area for Bitcoin. I'm not used to streaming without walking, guys. You know what? It's gonna be an unconventional live stream. All right, it's gonna be a super unconventional live stream. We gotta walk. All right, I can't stream without walking. All right, we gotta walk. We gotta talk. Am I not looking orange as Donald Trump? Gotta grab my phone too. Give me 1 second, guys. Gotta grab my phone. My what? Yeah, my camera's on. It's done, yeah, but don't worry, I won't show you. Big Bus 28. She can't. We made a deal. She's not showing her face until 1 million subs, all right? I'm looking for my phone, though. Do you know where it is? It's in the pool. Dang it. Ah, there it is. All right. Yeah, so okay, this really is a place where a lower high could come in, guys. Honestly, this is a place where a lower high could come in. Let's see who else we got in the chat right now. We got some people in the chat. I deserve a full-blown ESP at 9 LTD. I like the LTD, bro. My band was sponsored by LTD, so we got the LTT guitars on like a 20 or 30% discount or something. How many oranges did I eat today? Quite a few. All right. I longed without seeing your message in Discord. Like you made us, like you buy. Thank you for your free stuff. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, guys, this is very key for Bitcoin. If we cannot reclaim the Fibonacci golden pocket. Hang on, that's the wrong golden pocket. Wait, hang on. What am I doing here? This is the 30-minute time frame. Let's get back to the chart here. Were we on KCEX? Yeah, we were on KCEX. If we cannot reclaim this Fibonacci golden pocket right here, guys, the downtrend continues and we will probably make a new low. Now, where are we going to go if we make a new low? Where are we going to go? Well, honestly, I'd say this. We pull our fib from the low that we made last night to the high, and I'd say a beautiful place to look now for support is going to be back down here. Now, look at this. I'm going to clear off my chart, all right? I'm going to clear off my chart. Let's keep it simple. We're keeping it simple. We pull the fib from the high to the low. Our Fibonacci golden pocket 786. This is a historic level of support and resistance. All right, look at this. It was support back here on the 22nd of February. It was flipped into resistance on the 24th. It was support again on the 26th. Support again on the 27th. All right. And so therefore, this now is going to be a key level. If we are going to reject and continue this downtrend and this channel thing that we're in right here, right? Could be a bull flag, breaks down. We're looking for this zone here. And if this is a bull flag, then this would be the long trade that I'd be looking for. All right. And tomorrow, we're going to have the Casper Crew live stream. I'm going to be looking for those trades, baby. I'm going to be looking for those juicy trades, baby, if you know what I mean. All right. Yeah, the scalp group. Yeah, the scalp group's going to be good, man. I did a live stream on Friday, some live scalping. I made $1,000. I did a live stream this morning, live scalping. I lost like $250. I took it one trade this morning. I got wrecked on that trade because honestly, I wasn't using my strategy, and so I decided I'm not going to scalp because it's not worth it, man. There has to be certain market conditions for my strategy to work. So one of the things I've learned is if it's not the right market condition, don't try and force the dang trades. Just take a break and come back when the conditions are right. So basically, the scalp strategy that I use, and I'm only going to live stream it when the market conditions are right. You know, it's not going to be on a schedule. It's like when you have something like this, right? When you have something like this, when you have these tiny little areas of chop, that's where you scalp, right? So basically you're looking for shorts at the top of the ranges, longs at the bottom of the ranges. I tried to short this area right here on this blue candle and I got wrecked right away. So I decided to sit out. But you know, that's okay. That's totally all right. You know, that's the thing about the scalp trades. Small risk, potentially big reward. You stack up the wins. You know, it's nothing to make 1,000, 2, 3, sometimes more a day if you're going to be committed to that strategy. But you have to know the market conditions. So I'm starting the scalp group. If you want to join, guys, sign up to KCEX, sign up to BLOFIN under my link. The only way you're going to get the low fees on BLOFIN, guys, is if you sign up using my link. All right, BLOFIN right now has special VIP Jason Casper only fees. All right, let's check it out. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see that? Yeah, look at that. It's 0% limit order, 0.02% market order on BLOFIN. You cannot get that no matter what unless you sign up using Jason Casper's link. Okay, so we are in a little bit of a short trade here. We're up $350. All right, this short trade given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right, this ain't no, you know, I'm giving the people the stuff. All right, I told people I'm long. Now I told people I'm short. So, you know, this ain't no surprise short here. I'm trying to let people know what I'm doing in my own community. So let's see what happens as we come down to this zone right here. Again, I gave you guys a bearish scenario, which is if we reject from that golden pocket, this could be like more of a macro lower high. All right. More of a macro lower high. Should I brush my teeth? I'm in the bathroom right now. Should I brush my teeth in the bathroom? What do you guys think? Should I stream from the shower? Streaming in the shower, baby? Should I turn on the shower, take a stream? Take a stream in the shower, baby? So yeah, the bearish scenario is that we continue with this downtrend that we've been in since, I guess, last night, right, guys? It's so funny. The so-called bearish news about the strike pumped Bitcoin, and the so-called bullish news that we eliminated somebody that we've been angry with for a very long time, it dumped the Bitcoin, right? So if we continue with the downtrend, this is a very important zone we could see. Support, resistance, flip, very, very key. If we're actually going to flip market structure bullish, remember we are at the bottom of the range here, then I'd say I'd be looking for us to come back down and test this. Come back down, test this. And if we come back down and test this, honestly, I'd be looking to stay long if we get the bounce from there. Maybe even add to it. Because, you know, we go to the 5-minute time frame and we got that pump quick, guys. You know, so we have like giant fair value gap here on the 5-minute time frame. That fair value gap will be filled, I guess, when we come down to like the golden pocket, right? Look at that crazy gap. In fact, let's go to the TPO chart in the 30-minute and see if we have a gap on TPO as well. Let's see here. Where's my TPO indicator? Oh, TPO indicator. Where are you? Aha, there you are. We have any SPs? Nah, we don't. Not in the 30-minute. Not in the 30-minute. Obviously, we do on the 5-minute. Yeah, that 5-minute, we'll fill that. Yeah, we'll right in the golden pocket, man. That is very key right now. That is going to be very key. All right. So we're well positioned, guys. We're well positioned. We caught the bottom from the bottom of the range. We've made a profit. We are hedged from the golden pocket tap, depending on how you want to pull this thing. There you go. From the last high, the golden pocket tap, we are hedged from the support resistance flip right here. All right. And right now, it doesn't matter what side wins. That's how we roll in the Casper crew. We take our trades when the opportunity presents, and then we lock in a profit, and then we don't worry about it, right? Now, I do have to say this. We have some bullish div on the 15-minute confirmed, on the 24-minute confirmed. So I have to lean a little bit more bullish here. I would not be surprised if we don't come up a little bit higher. But, yeah, I would say definitely would be looking and interested in a long from, let's call it 60, let's say 65K, right? We've just got to average it out, right? Average it out at 65K. Now, you know, I've been trading also gold. All right, let's clear off this chart. I'm in a little bit of a gold trade here. It's a small position here. It's, what is it? Just like 20 grand on the trade, not even. 20 grand on the trade. I do want to talk about gold a little bit as well. Yeah, I do want to talk about gold as well. But let's see who's in the chat real quick, guys. Let's see who is in this chat. All right. Shout out to Hopium Copium. The market is cooking traders. Shout out to Shemetric 5715. Yeah, 65K is the Fibonacci golden pocket. People are scared and they're moving out of the dollar. Yeah, for sure. You know, probably need to shower, honestly. Yeah, for sure. I do need a shower, honestly. Shout out to Preparing for War. I love trading low volume weekends. Makes for very predictable small trades. Exactly, Preparing for War. Now, sadly for me, this morning, I came in for some predictable small trades, and I got wrecked in my first shot. But thankfully, I redeemed myself with this juicy long trade, which I did have quite a fat position size on there. I just had a lot of conviction in this trade. I got to be honest with you guys. I had a lot of conviction in this trade that I'm in right now. But yeah, definitely 65 golden pocket. Do I trade Propfirms? Yeah, I do. Right now, Bitfunded. Bitfunded is where I am, and Bitfunded right now has a buy one get one free promotion going on for Jason Casper. So I'm officially partnered with BLOFIN, I am, but Bitfunded. Check it out. All right. We got a promotion right now if you use my link in the description. They've got a double your challenge. Buy one, get one free. So you buy a $150 challenge, you can get a $100,000 one free. Basically, this is the deal that they've got going on. If you use my link, actually, let me post that in the chat right now. Let me post that in the chat right now. Shout out to Abjude in the chat. Bro, Abjude, it's so good to see you, man. It's so good to see you. Also, guys, look, if you want to join the scalping group, sign up to KCEX or BLOFIN and your user ID if you're my affiliate. And you're only going to get the good fee deals using my affiliate link, too. That's the thing. You'll get into the Discord group where I'll be on a stage a few times a week, live trading. Of course, if you're in the VIP, you get access to that no matter what. All right. If you're not in the VIP and you don't want to join VIP, but you want to join the scalping group, go ahead and just sign up using my dang link. You don't even have to trade on that account if you don't want to. But, all right, let's see what we got. We're starting to get a little bit of a pump again here. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right, let's check out the market flow. The market flow. Market Monkey. Market Monkey, the best order flow, though, seriously. Market Monkey, man, oh my goodness. Guys, Market Monkey, they are really, watch this. Look at this, man. Market Monkey. Anthony, right? I mean, this thing is going to revolutionize trading, all right? Let's see. Anthony GG, all right? Look at this. All right? The AI is going to draw key levels on the chart. This is going to be crazy, man. All right? It took him 10 seconds to get these levels. 10 seconds to get these levels, man. This dude, Anthony GG, over on Twitter, honestly, man, he is doing it up. All right. Speaking of doing things up, guys, in my Discord we have this thing called eggs. All right. Eggs are the currency for the Discord. They're eligible. They're redeemable for cash. All right. They're redeemable for cash. So right now, I'm gonna do an egg drop right now in my Discord. If you're VIP, you get 5 eggs. If you're not VIP, you get 1 egg. All right. Gonna make it BLOFIN is the code. All right. So if you use the code BLOFIN, click claim, type in BLOFIN, and you can be now getting these eggs, which you can use to enter these raffles here to get VIP Discord for free. And also we got the cash giveaways every single week, $200, $100, $150. Once a month we do the $500 giveaway. And don't forget, we do games every month. We did them on Friday where we're giving away thousands of dollars, literally thousands of dollars, just having a good time. All right. So we are getting the move to the downside, guys. It's a good thing we took the short trade. All right. Short trade up just about $300. Nothing too crazy. I have 100 grand on the trade. Let's see what happens here, guys. You know, I have 100 grand on the trade. Let me actually, you know, if I want to be honest with this, we got to move this up to around here. Let me just see what that's going to do to me. That's fine. That's perfect. That's fine. That's perfect. Cool. Cool, 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 baby. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, let's see. Again, we have local support here. I'm very curious to see like what's going to happen to Bitcoin as she comes down into this zone right here. All right. Into this zone right here. Maybe we get a little bit of a bounce from that zone. And honestly, you know, maybe I'll enter into another long of freshie. We'll have to wait and see as we get that drippity droop drop. Here we go. We're getting the drippity droop drop, baby. We're getting the drippity droop drop. We're up $440 right now on the short trade. All right. I got to charge my dang MacBook. Let me close this out here. Yeah, I'm very orange, guys. Yeah, no treadmill, but I'm still getting them steps. You're right. You're absolutely right. So guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the like button. All right. Make sure to smash up the likes. Make sure to smash up the button. Whoa. Easy there, baby. We're doing some crazy stuff here. Am I on holiday? No, I'm not on holiday. All right, I'm not on holiday. I permanently moved to Cuba. All right, I've officially moved to Cuba. So that's why my internet's been so spotty. But don't worry, I still have the farm back in the United States. All right, I've got farm hands watching it now. And yeah, the farm hands are watching it now. They're making sure everything's cool with the chickens and everything, you know. And I'll be back there once the winter's over, all right? I've retired from the winter. I've fully retired from winter, guys. I recommend you do it too. The winter is gay. I'm just going to straight up say it, all right? Winter's gay. It'll make you gay too, honestly. Because you get so cold, you might do something ridiculous, like snuggle with a man to keep warm. You don't want to do that. So get the heck out of the winter, all right? There, I said it, man. I said it. I'll be totally honest. This is Jason Casper Uncensored. Whoever thought it was a good idea to move to a place where there's a good chance you might die every year unless you grow enough food in the summer? Who thought that was a good idea? That's a horrible idea. That's a horrible idea. You know, if I was the pilgrims coming over here, I would go down to South America. All right. Seriously. I would go to Cuba. I would go to Cuba. You know what I'm saying? That's the Canadian thing to do. Exactly. That's how Justin Trudeau ended up the way he ended up. He had winter up there in Canada, and he ended up snuggling with other guys wearing blackface in college. Now he's at these, you know, pride parades, painting his face rainbow. It's all because of the winter. You know? Vikings live in the cold. Were they gay? No, they weren't back then. But look what's happened to Europe now. Super dang gay. My goodness. You know, it takes time. That's the thing. It takes time. It's like, you know, I'm telling you, you go through one winter, your parents always tell you, Jason Casper, don't smoke winter. Don't smoke winter. It's bad for you. Don't do drugs. One day you're hanging out with your friends, they roll up some winter. They're like, Jay, you want to smoke this winter? You're like, no, I don't want to smoke winter. I learned in school, it'll turn you gay, all right? And your friends are doing it, they're smoking winter, everything's fine, right? They're having a good time, they're laughing, they're hungry, they did get some Funyuns and an Arizona iced tea. Okay. And it's fine, you had a good time. Nothing bad happened. You go home, your parents didn't even know you smoked winter, right? You keep smoking winter, next thing you know, you're injecting, who knows what else you're injecting, all right? Now you're an addict, all right? Winter is a gateway drug, all right? It's a gateway drug. Winter is a gateway drug to other harder drugs, all right? Because it'll make you do some crazy things when you can't go outside without frostbite on your face. You know what I'm saying? Do is Castro's son. Exactly. It even turns Cubans that way. It even turns Cubans that way. Justin Castro. All right. It's a statistical fact, says BBL Hotline. Thank you, Jorge Guardian. You know what I was going to say right there. All right, look at this. We're getting a little bit of a pumperoni. A shout out to Cryptoface. He says, a gay drug addict. That's the bottom of the barrel right there. Come on, man. Don't be racist, bro. That's the most racist comment I've ever had in my chat. All right. That's the most racist thing I've ever heard in my life. Is crypto a drug? Nah, but winter is definitely a drug, honestly. Winter is a drug. All right. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what happens here, guys. All right, let's do a little bit of analysis here. If the 1 hour gives a green dot, I think we're in the clear. the thing that's keeping me concerned is, oh, I mean, the 30-minute looks decent. The 15-minute, I'll tell you what got me into the trade. It was the simplest thing, guys. I mean, I already told you what got me into the trade, but it just is the 30-minute chart. Really, it's just a 30-minute chart. Like, let's clear off all our stuff, right? The 30-minute chart. We had the 30-minute order block right here at the bottom of a range. All right, this is our zone right here to look for the trade. This level goes all the way back to infinity and beyond. And not only that, but we got some nice, juicy, uneven butt cheekage on some key time frames. For Bitcoin, I'm using the 24-minute. Now, the money flow looks like absolute trash. I'm not going to lie. Money flow looks like Garbaggio. All right? Money flow looks like Garbaggio. Not going to lie. All right? But here's the thing, guys. Look. Again, I'm hedging my bets here. All right? But all this stuff is given in real time in the Casper crew. Like all these trades I'm taking here. All right? Ones I've taken today. All right? The long, given in real time. Told everyone I'm holding it. And boom, baby. Look, my convictions were correct. All right? The cheeks don't lie, baby. The cheeks do not lie. All right? I told everyone I'm taking the short from the golden pocket as a scalp plus hedge. So I took it as a little scalp. I made it quick. 200 bucks. All right? And now I'm holding the rest as this hedge against this long. All right, this long right now, I've got about 200,000 on the trade. I'm in a little bit of a long here with another 50,000. That's why I say I'm in 22,250. I don't even know how much money, you know. All right, we're dropping down. We're drooping. We're drippity droop dropping. All right, drippity droop dropping right now. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. It's all good in the hood though, right? It's all good in the hood. We've already made 4,500 smackaroons. So let's pull our Fibonacci. All right. There are a few areas I'm interested in. The 30-minute does look kind of Garbaggio to me. I'm not going to lie, man. The 30-minute looks Garbaggio. I don't know if I'm interested in another bounce from here. Again, because we're rejecting from the support resistance flip, right? So, okay. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here, baby. See what happens here, baby. You're addicted to trading. Hedge against the machine. What's my view on ETH? I hate ETH. Nah, ETH is cool. I like ETH. ETH is fine. All right. If you're into ETH, look, I can't hate. I cannot hate. All right. Look at this. This is cool. I could put my stop loss under the low. Wait a second. What is going on here with my stop loss? No stop loss. Under the low. We'll keep it under the low for now. All right. Just so we can analyze what's happening here. But right now we're coming down to the golden pocket. Let's check out order flow. Let's see how order flows are looking. All right, we'll go to the 5-minute time frame here. I don't see any bullish CBD or nothing here. All right, let's go ahead and pull the fib. Just so we're aware of our zone that we don't want to lose here between the GP and the 786. All right, that's our key box. It looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It looks pretty bad. Looks pretty bad. Yeah, it's not looking the best, man. All right, look, I came in, I made my money, I hedged, I'm short. All right, look at this. Now we're up $733 plus another 2. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, let's see what happens here. As a market maker, Abjude says, I can only hold a spot bag, so I went all in on PP coin at 36 units. Cool, man. Shout out to Revelationas Bibliacas. Try to unselect things in your bar statistics from Market Monkey chart so it doesn't look so packed and messy. Yeah, I think right now there's an issue with Market Monkey because I don't know how to do that right now. I don't know how to do that right now, you know? I don't even know how to get, like, I only have volume, delta, and open interest. That's all I have here. So it's there's a glitch with it. Crap. Never mind. Look at all this. There's not a glitch. Yeah, I don't want all that stuff, man. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of all that. Yeah, I don't want any of this. I don't know how this even got here, to be honest with you guys. I have no idea. So thank you for helping me with the solution, Revelationas Bibliocas. Man, that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I need. That's what I want. That's what I need. Total volume delta. I don't even want open interest. There you go. There. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's great. All right, so we're drippity droop dropping down. We're coming down to the 786. This is make it or break it 786 territory right here. All right. We'll put our stop below the 786 there. And we are up right now almost $1,000 on the short that was given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Baby. All right, long given in advance. Now it wasn't given in advance, it was given in real time, all right, I'll be honest. I didn't tell anyone I was planning for this trade, but I told people I was longing it, all right? Who else we got in chat right now? Shout out to Preparing for War. I don't have my aggregate checked either. Thank you, Preparing for War. Yeah, I don't know. Something happened to my Market Monkey. Someone came in and did a whole bunch of stuff. All right. There we go. There we go. I don't really want spot. All right. Let's see. Wow. Decrease of OI here. We had some longs and shorts. These shorts got absolutely squeezed on that move, baby. Man, they should have been in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Those shorts, shorting the support. Yeah, look, I mean, you can't short support and not get hort. You can't short support and not get hort. You can't short support and not get hort. Vitalik Buterol is one heck of a drug. Absolutely. If you have a headache, take some Vitalik Buterol. Or honestly, it does more than get rid of your headaches. Right? You can't focus, take some Vitalik Buterol. Shout out to Dalsy Boy. How long does Bitfunded take to pay? It just has to process. If it's happening on a weekend, it might take a while. But if you have any issues, in my Discord, we have a Bitfunded support channel. All right, it's just strictly for Bitfunded support. All right, so check it out. Bitfunded support right here. We've got a dedicated support person here. All right, so check it out. Yeah. So quick reminder, guys, I am starting a scalping group. We're going to be scalping Bitcoin during low volatility, low volume times. I'm going to be doing it live. In order to join the group, which will be going on in Discord, you got to make sure to sign up under my BLOFIN or KCEX links for now. And I'm trying to get Antarctic involved with this as well, because Antarctic is going to be offering the Casper Crew super low fees as well. Right? Antarctic, super stoked on Antarctic right now, guys. Token generation event happening very soon. Next week, we're going to be able to trade gold and silver on Antarctic. It's going to be the juice, baby. It's going to be the juice. Let's take a look at gold anyway, since I am in this gold trade. Let's take a look at gold. Gold will open up in, I guess, like 4 hours or so. 5278, 5340. Did we? Was there? Am I a little bit retarded? I always ask myself this question. My son, he always says that. He asked me if I'm a little bit retarded. I say, yeah, I am a little bit retarded. All right, and there's no shame in it. You know, people make it seem like, look, it's like it's a disrespectful thing to say I'm a little bit retarded. Why? It's not disrespectful. It's not insensitive to say I'm a little bit slow. I'm a little bit slow. If I was in public school nowadays, man, they would have classified me with everything. They give me ADHD, HG, TV, BD, UEBC, on Donald T, JT. Probably a little bit, I'm a little bit acoustic as well. I'm a little bit acoustic. You know, I can't make eye contact with girls. I'm too shy. I can't make eye contact with anybody, right? I'm just a little bit acoustic. I'm a weird guy. I can't stop walking around the bathroom, pacing back and forth. I pee in jugs, you know? I mean, you guys have seen it, right? You guys have seen it. If you don't have a pee jug next to your trading desk, are you really even a trader? All right, this is the real golden pocket, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's the real golden pocket. All right, you could tell him. You could tell him a little bit retarded, honestly. You know. Oh man, look, Sam, he's got the pee jug too. Shout out to Sam Price. Man. Sam Price. He's got one because he can't walk, all right? He blew out his Achilles, but look, is that orange juice or is that pee? I don't know. Yeah, are you even a trader if you don't got a pee jug, man? All right. Let's see. So let's go to gold, because yeah. So looks like gold got a little extra move here on this exchange. After this pump up, we came back down a little. We're kind of around the same. So gold is, you know, I'd say gold is bullish, and I'll tell you why. I know we got bear divs here. I know we got bear divs, but let's keep an eye on gold when she opens tonight. And I'll tell you, the reason why I'm bullish on gold is very simple. The same reason I took a long trade. It's not too difficult. We just had this key support resistance flip, man. Right? Key support resistance flip, the back test of 51. All right, let's over on BTCC where I'm trading gold. I said over on BTCC where I'm trading gold. Let's get this thing to load. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, let's remove our drawings. Just a key support resistance flip here, guys. I mean, the back test is pretty obvious on this one. And so because we're still holding above this, I got to be bullish. And not only that, but not only did we get the initial bounce from that zone, but then we got the back test of the Fibonacci golden pocket from the low to the high. From low to the high, we come right into the Fibonacci golden pocket. Now, this whole thing here, I can't really tell what's going on here because the market's not open right now. But I'll tell you this. So long as right now we're holding above 5,250, that's bullish, right? We don't want to come back down inside of this range. If we come back down inside of this range, then I would say, like, let's take a look at the volume here. Where's our next support to look for another long on gold? It's probably going to be right around the golden pocket mixed with the POC. So that's going to be coming in at around 5150. All right, the PV 5150. Man, let's PV 5150 with the MEXC 4x12. You guys know, if you know, you know. All right. If you know, you know. You had to have a PV 5150 with a MEXC cab 4x12. Here we go. If you didn't have this, all right, then you definitely weren't a legit band, a legit metalcore band, okay? If you didn't have one of these, get off the stage, man. All right? If your local band isn't hauling these things out of the minivan, if your mom's not carting these things around in the back of her minivan, don't get the heck out of here. Don't even set up. Don't tell me you're miking up your Spider 3 Line 6 combo amp up there, bro. All right? Please. You don't have one of these, you're not even a real guitarist. Just like if you don't have a P-Jug, you're not a real trader. So yeah, 5150. That would be the next local support high volume node. And yeah, as long as we are not losing this major support resistance flip, there's no reason why we can't expect gold to go back towards the high. Honestly, there's no reason why we can't expect gold to go back toward the high. We had a beautiful resistance put, flipped into support, got a bounce, we lost it, resistance, 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 consolidation, breakout, back test. All right. So I'm going to stay bullish unless we lose this zone. If we lose it, then obviously we can look for bearish back testing to come down lower. But for right now, there's no reason to get bearish unless we're losing 5150. And then we could look at this as a sideways range, right? Where we have this whole zone here. This is our support resistance flip now, right? Maybe potentially even going back to this zone here back in December, right? But until that happens, there's no reason for me to get bearish on this asset. Now, I know, the daily has some bear divs forming here, right? But it's ambiguous. It's ambiguous to say the least. Even on the 4 hour, it's ambiguous. The 1 hour, we got some bear div on the 1 hour, but we formed a nice bottom on the 1 hour with purple money flow right at the Fibonacci golden pocket. So market structure is still bullish here. We got to wait for market open to see what the market maker is going to do, ladies and gentlemen. What's the market maker going to do? Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen. What's the market maker going to do? Speaking of that, what's going on with the Bitcoin trades that we're in? All right, we're up 4,700 plus another 100. We're up right now $763 plus another 100. All right, from the trades given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right. In the Casper Crew VIP Discord, Jason Casper, he told the people, he said, look, I'm taking a long trade. All right. I'm locking in profits, was confident in the pump, even though we were consolidating at the lows. Jason Casper took a short trade from the golden pocket. All right. Jason Casper letting people know his trades here in the Casper Crew. We got to give a major shout out to the super chat right now. What do you think about 3-day death cross on Bitcoin? Is it possible to crash? Yeah, I think it's... Look, I don't... Look, here's the thing. Make sure to like the dang stream, guys. Like the stream! Death crosses and all these things, these are indications that can't really help you with the trade, all right? Honestly, a lot of times we get the death cross and the bottom's already in. So, the 3-day death cross on the 50 and the 200. So, let's go ahead and load up Bitcoin here. We'll go to Coinbase.com. We'll go to the 3-day and we'll put on our 50 and our 200. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Our 50 SMA, simple moving average. We'll get 2 of those babies on screen. Well, I went full Southern now. Dang it, Jason. Can't make up your mind. Okay, so the 50 is going to be white, and the 200 is going to be orange. All right, we got the death cross. Okay. Let's see previous death crosses. Okay, this is beautiful. What do I think about it? I mean, to be honest, it doesn't change my view at all. I think we're in a bear market. I think we have 1 or 2 more drops. I think we're going to bottom out between the spring, or the late spring, early summer, and the fall. So between June and November, I think we're going to bottom out. All right, so the time frame that I think we're going to bottom out is right around here. All right, this is the time frame I think we're going to bottom out. The price I think we're going to bottom out is going to be right here. All right, let's go ahead and put this on the chart. Actually, yeah, I put it right on the price I think we're going to bottom out too. Right around here, okay? Right around here. This is where I'm planning to buy a bunch of Bitcoin, time and price, all right? So between 30 and 50K, June to November 2026. And look, I don't care. Like, I don't think I'm going to catch the bottom. My first buy is right now. Here's the thing. All right, I was just telling this to my wife yesterday, because my wife, we got friends, baby. We got friends, all right? Here's the thing. Right now, whenever Bitcoin changes monthly market structure, that's when you want to start buying. As soon as we lost 70K, that's when you want to start buying, okay? As soon as you lose 70K, that's when you want to start buying. Just like back here, as soon as you lose 30K, that's when you want to start buying. You change market structure on the monthly, that's when you want to start buying, right? And then every drop you DCA in. This is a fail-proof strategy. Even if we dip down to 3K, God forbid, you're literally buying right now at more than a 50% discount, all right? You're buying half off Bitcoin, all right? Right now, 47%, the low of this wick, 52% drop from the high. You are buying half price Bitcoin right now. Anything lower is less than half price Bitcoin. So if you're buying half price or less, then when we pump again, you're in a good position. It's that simple, okay? So if the 3-day cross means anything, then what happened last time was we ended up with 1-2 more drops, all right? You could argue we would have had one more drop if FTX had not gone down. I like to think that probably the bottom would have been 17K if FTX had not gone down, because only Bitcoin went lower than that. All other coins held support, right? But yeah, so that's what I think is probably going to happen. We're probably going to have another big drop, some kind of big capitulation event, some kind of big, dangerous, scary thing that happens every bear market, you know. I don't know what it's going to be. My hunch is going to have something to do with MicroStrategy having to sell Bitcoin, considering their average buy-in price right now is like 76,000. And so they're in the red right now. MicroStrategy right now is, as we speak, 14% in the red on their Bitcoin holdings. They were down 22%. They might be down 50% on their actual Bitcoin investment. I don't know what that's going to do. I know they have some kind of, now they actually might sell, right? The CEO said, look, we might sell if certain conditions are met. If our holdings and our stock price is below a certain value, we'll have to sell some Bitcoin. If MicroStrategy sells some Bitcoin, let me tell you, that is going to be crazy. All right, that is going to be crazy. That is going to be crazy. You know, so that really is going to be crazy, man. Do I smell good? Nah, I smell like garbage. I gotta shave my armpits. I gotta shave everything, man. I'm disgusting. Do I think the Clarity Act will change the market structure this year? Yes, this year market structure is going to start to change. Early next year, all right. Everything will line up perfectly, right? We're gonna have bearish move. MicroStrategy will sell Bitcoin. Then we'll have some bullish news, but really it's just the 4-year cycle that happens the same way every single time, right? And honestly, Bitcoin is bullish no matter what. Like, that's the thing. Like, you zoom out on this asset, all right? You zoom out on this asset, right? And you tell me, is there anything bearish about this chart? Is there anything bearish about this? No. No, there's not, right? And the fundamental people are always right, but the problem is the fundamental people get listened to the most at the top, right? People who get bullish on fundamentals get the most press up here, and they get the most press up here, and they get the most press right here. Bitcoin's so bullish, it's so amazing. Just buy Bitcoin as much as you can. Look, it's pumping. Buy it now. It won't stop pumping. Because look, the government and BlackRock and all this, and it's the supply and all that crap, you know. Yeah, they're right, but, you know, look, it's not going to happen like from the exact top. We need a little bit of a pullback first, but eventually it plays out. Everyone who's bought Bitcoin historically is in profit. Everyone who's ever bought Bitcoin above the price of 60,000, below the price of 60,000 is in profit. All right, which essentially means you could have bought it any place in all of this area here, and you're in profit right now. All right. It's like probably 90% of anyone who's ever bought Bitcoin is in profit right now. You know? We got a super chat in the house. Oh, yeah, that was a super chat. Yeah. Is it going to be positive? It's going to be positive. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Bitcoin and adoption and all this, okay? Bitcoin is not what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be something to give a giant middle finger to the institution, to traditional finance, to the central banks that fund both sides of every single war for their own profit and use innocent men and women for their cannon fodder to make money, and say, you know what, screw the central banks and all these evil people that are manipulating and stealing with their fiat currency, okay? But now it's not that at all. It's been co-opted, whether it was originally planned to be co-opted, like maybe it was created by Central Intelligence, Mossad, CIA, and all this in order to get people on board into digital currency, or maybe they saw what was happening. They're like, look, we need to step in here and we need to hold a large portion of this so that we can control it and we need to be able to track it and all this. You know, originally Bitcoin was supposed to be anonymous, peer-to-peer means of exchange. It's not acting as a means of exchange right now. People are using it as an investment to make money. It's not anonymous at all. It can be totally tracked. All right. And it's really not peer-to-peer because people are going through companies, myself included, to use it, right? So it's not what it was supposed to be. It's not going to give us freedom. It's not going to take away our digital slavery. Cryptocurrency is going to lead to digital slavery. I promise you it will. All right. I promise you it will. Cryptocurrency will lead to digital slavery. There's going to be a short window of time where it will give us freedom, but soon that window will close, and then the thing that gave us freedom will give us digital slavery. It's very similar to the internet. In the early days, you could do or say anything on the internet. Now the internet is censored and it's very controlled. It's still the internet. You could still technically say anything you want on the internet, but it's very much so controlled and censored, and it's not what it was originally back in the early 2000s, right? So it's going to be the same with Bitcoin. So the more institutions and governments and wide-scale adoption occurs, the more dangerous cryptocurrency is going to become. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the space don't see that coming, and they're welcoming it. And it's the crypto space are the useful idiots that are bringing in our own digital enslavement, myself included, because we like money. And that's honestly, that's the truth. I mean, I don't give a crap about crypto or the technology at all. I'm just trying here to make money, honestly. I'm just trying to make money. And I'm going to be totally honest about that. Because my outlook on life, my outlook on the world is this. Use the systems that are in play and take advantage of the systems that are in play right now, knowing that you don't really have the power to change them. But take advantage of the systems right now and use them for good. For as much as you possibly can, use the systems for good. If you can benefit from crypto right now in order to build up your community, your family, to help people who are in need, to do the work of God, while you can, while those resources are available to you, then by all means do it, right? By all means do it. But don't fall into the trap of thinking that this is going to save you, or, you know, the Bitcoin gospel, salvation through crypto. I hear people talking like that all the time in the crypto space, but that's a big deception, man. That's what I think about the Clarity Act. That's what I think about the dang Clarity Act, honestly. What are my key targets for Bitcoin in this bear market? Well, my first one was below 70K. And then my next one is below 50K, and my next one is below 40K. So those are going to be my three big spot buy zones. I'm already in. I'm in right now. I'm in Bitcoin. First big purchase, 70K. You know, yeah, this is my actual target, 38,939. That's just a random target, but I think around there, right? I think around there. And also, let's see. Don't trade and drive, by the way, guys. It's super risky. Trading and driving is very risky. Right, back in November, not buying Bitcoin till under 70K. Very simply put, I'll tell you why I said this in November. It's because November was when we lost the bull market trend line. That's just that simple. All right, happened in November. We closed the candle below. You close the weekly candle below the trend line. Okay, we have broken market structure. It's that simple. And when you break structure on the monthly, guess what? You expect a lower low, which just so happened to be 70. Okay, here we are, 70, 50% discount on Bitcoin. Now I'm buying, okay? Now, my downside targets, around the 786 Fibonacci. So that's gonna be just dipping just below 40K. And the reason I have that as my target is because every single historic cycle, guess where we come down to? The zone between the 786 and the 886 Fibonacci, right? 2012, 2015, 2019, 2019, and 2022, right? Every single time. So I expect the same thing this time, right? Could it be different? Could be, which is why once you're at the 50% discount is when you start buying, all right? Nobody's going to go wrong unless Bitcoin's gone forever, unless it's literally going to zero, guys. Unless this thing is going to zero, and probabilistically speaking, it's not, all right? Unless Bitcoin's going to zero, if you're buying it at a 50% discount from all-time high, you are in a very good position. And if we dip lower than 50, you're in a really good position. And the sweet spot is between 70 and 80%, which is right between the 78%, right around that 78% retracement, right? So you kind of want to be really buying in that 70-80% zone, right? You can get Bitcoin 70% off. That's amazing. Now, here's the thing. It's really hard to time a bottom. So it's way easier to just say, when we're 50% and we break market structure on the monthly and we're 50% or lower, I buy on every dump, right? It's the opposite of the people who buy the bull runs. It pisses me off when people say, are you buying the dip? Are you going to buy Bitcoin at 50K on the way up? No, I'm not buying Bitcoin on the way up. I bought Bitcoin on the way down. I'm selling Bitcoin on the way up. Why would you buy on the way up? Because here's the thing, on the way up, you never know when the up is over. Maybe this was the final top. We don't know for sure. So why are you going to buy this dip, right? You have to wait for the market structure change before you start buying, in my opinion. Otherwise, there's a really good chance you're buying the top. Every pump, there's a good chance you're buying the top, right? Now, a 50% discount, 100% certain you're not buying the top. No way. It's impossible, right? It's impossible that you're buying the top right now. And Bitcoin's a bullish asset. But it takes patience to do this, and it is scary to do. It's hard to sell the pumps. I'm not going to lie. It was hard to sell 100K. It was hard to sell 120K. I sold 80K. I sold 80K. It was hard to sell 80K. People say you're stupid. People say you're dumb. People said I was stupid and dumb when I said I'm not buying until under 70K. You know? 20 people clowned on you. Where are they now? Yeah, but look, a lot of people said it's never going to happen. You'll never buy again. Sorry, you missed out, right? And I said your comment makes me even more bearish, right? I bet you 10,000 you buy before February as the market turns back up. No, I won't. Now look. So we made the bet. We made the bet. I asked him, should I send you my Bitcoin address? He said, you're crazy, man. All right, This guy has it right. Wait until under 40K. Wait until under 40K. Yeah, but here's the thing. If you wait until under 40K, maybe this time is different. Like, that's the thing. Maybe we don't come down to our actual target of under 40K. So instead of being on the sideline, it's better to DCA in, because historically speaking, if you bought after we broke the bullish market structure, which was this zone here, right? Guess what? Even if you bought 30K and that was it, you ended up in 300% profit. If you get an average entry of, let's say, 20K, then you end up 500% profit, right? So now, same thing. Let's say you're buying on average, we break the structure, so you're buying in this zone right here. Let's say you get an average entry of, let's say 50K, all right? And let's say actually you just bought 65, right? Just one buy only. If we go to 200,000, that's 200%. That's pretty good, right? Even if we go to 180, that's still 178%. That's a really good return on your investment. Now, is it insane gains? Absolutely not, right? But we're being super conservative here. We're saying you bought 65K and you sold at 180K just to be super conservative, right? This is a super reasonable target. That's a really easy trade right there. That's a super easy, high probability spot trade right there. Even if you buy here and you hold it down to 40K, and then we come up and we hit 180, that's still a really easy spot trade right there, in my opinion. A high probability, conservative target, 170%. I mean, honestly. You know, the bear market is the time to really be making money. The bear markets are where you want to stack. You know what I'm saying? Gold did double top. Big Deal says we will slice 40K and turn at 9K, I believe. It could happen, right? So here's a super bearish scenario, all right? How's our Bitcoin trades doing? Stopped out. We're stopped out, man. All right. We got stopped out for a $4,000 profit, not a biggie. And our short trade is open. All right, our short trade is open. Cool, look at that. So short trade in the juiciest of profits. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, man. All right. All right, that's how it's done, baby. That's how it's done. All right. Long trade closed out for a $4,100 profit. Short trade, about a $1,000 profit. All right, that's how it's done, baby. That is how it's done. All right, in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord today, we come in, we take our money, we get out, baby. All right, gave the long in real time, told everyone I'm still waiting for the pump. We got the pump, took my profit, stop loss to the entry. Stop loss to the entry. All right, took the short trade, boom, and here we are. Here we are. We're up $5 grand, $5 grand. Not so bad, huh? Shout out to the Casper Crew. And also, guys, I am opening up a free scalping group. If you want to join my scalping group, sign up in the pinned chat, either KCEX or BLOFIN, to get into the scalping group. We'll get you into a Discord group where I will be live scalping multiple times a week. Make sure to sign up to KCEX or BLOFIN to get in to the free group. I'll be doing some live sessions live on YouTube for free, all right? Some scalping sessions on YouTube for free, but the majority will be in the Discord group. VIP Casper Crew members get access to everything. The ones who are signed up through the exchange get access to a lot of them, but not all. And then the free ones are for everybody, but they're only going to be happening once a week or so. Once we get things rolling, baby. Okay? All right. So the long trade is out. All right. Let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens now, okay? Yes, I am crushing grapes right now. Yes, I'm cycling. I got a recumbent bike out here, guys. I do have a nice recumbent bike out here. I should probably stand, though, because honestly, too much biking can give you erectile dysfunction, they say, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Is that true? I've heard that. Someone told me that just recently. What are my fixed range volume profile settings? Value area 70, row size 200, baby. Value area 70, row size 200, you know. Yeah. We got a lot more downside syndrome, says somebody. I gotta make a course video because I'm doing my free course. And I gotta make a video. But let's see what happens here. I'm not gonna lie, I did take a little bit of a long, and look, this is wrong of me to do. I did it on Saturday. I'm not supposed to trade on Saturday, but it is Shabbat. But I did take a trade. I'm confessing my sin to you. When I saw that we got a big pump like that, and I saw we got a back test, I had to just go for a long, small position size. Speculative. It's a speculative trade. But you know what else I got to do? I got to grill up right now. I got to grill up some zucchini and some chicken because that's all I eat. So, you know, it's being portable is fun. I have you guys wherever I go, you go. Where I go, you guys go. You know? So, yeah, let's see. Where's our next... And we you know, maybe we do make a higher low and pump. It is possible, guys, that this is a higher low here and then we pump. All right. I don't care if we do. I made my money today. I'll come back tomorrow. See who else we got in the chat. Am I short-term bearish? So, look, I'm pretty neutral right now. I can easily see a big short squeeze coming up to 70, 74 or 84. All right. Basically, something similar to what happened last time, guys. We make a low, right? Then we... Uh-oh, hang on. Do we have audio? Yeah, something very similar to what happened last time. We make a low, and then we make a higher low, and then we take the highs of the range and drop. So we made our low, we make our higher low, and then we take the highs of the range and we drop. Now, either we come back to backtest the low from April of 2020, whatever year it was, because I don't even know anymore. Or we come up to the golden pocket confluence with the value area low of previous range, right? Oh, this is Coinbase. This is index. But on Bybit, that's going to be between 82 and 84. So yeah, eventually I do think we're going to take 60K. The question is, are we going to break out right now of this trend line that we have here? So right now we've got a trend line right here. You know, we got this trend line right here. If we can break out of it, not only, let's go back to Bybit quick. If we break this diagonal trend line, you can see that we're going to be breaking the high volume node of the range. So we close the daily candle above 68K, and 74 is definitely within reach. All right, 74 is definitely within reach. We reclaim that, then 84 is within reach. Now 70, there's a lot of different levels to be aware of, right? The 74 is the April support resistance flip. We have the daily order block right here from the beginning of February, before we even come up to the golden pocket value area low. I'm pretty neutral. I could see it going either way. But yes, I do think eventually we're going to lose 60K. I think Bitcoin's dropping down below 50K. I'm pretty confident in that. The only thing that would really change my mind is if, and it would have to, you know, obviously, we'd have to start to change market structure again on the weekly. You know? And that's going to be a big move. That's going to have to be a close above 94,000. So it's going to take a lot to change my mind here that the low's in, right? Again, last cycle, I did not get bullish until we closed this candle right here, January 16th, 2023. We made a higher high on the weekly. This was our last lower high. We closed the candle up here. I said, all right, we changed structure on the weekly. Time to get bullish, right? This is all documented on my YouTube channel. Go back and watch the videos. And people gave me crap for calling for 30K back then too. Isn't that funny? I was calling for 30K. That's a pretty conservative target, right? But look, 30K, the reason I was calling for 30K is because it's just a support resistance flip, right? So yeah, we need to change structure on the weekly for me to get bullish. Now, right now, if we just pump up from here straight, it has to be above 94. There are other ways we could do it, right? I mean, we could simply do something like this where we close the weekly candle up here at like 73 and reject, right? And then come down lower and then do something like this, in which case then we could say we flipped market structure bullish at 74 instead of 94. So it, you know, I'm hoping it happens something like this, right? This is much nicer than this. Actually, I don't like this at all. If we came straight up, I wouldn't like that at all. I don't think that's a very healthy bottom, to be honest with you. If this was the low, I don't think that's a very healthy low at all. But who knows? Bitcoin can do anything she wants. That's what's so cool about Bitcoin. She's a woman. She can do anything she wants. She can change from day to day. You think you have her figured out one day? You think you have her figured out? Next thing you know, the next day she's upset. You don't know why. Why are you upset, Bitcoin? She gives you that look. Don't act like you don't know, Jay. Look, I don't know. I don't know. Why are you upset? Oh, you know. Now, I don't know, Bitcoin. You got to tell me. She's like, oh, you know. Of course you don't know. You tell her, look, Bitcoin, of course I don't know. Why would I do something on purpose to make you upset? That just complicates the relationship. You know, I don't want to live with somebody who's going to be upset with me all the time. That like steals my joy in life. Like, of course, I love you, Bitcoin. I wouldn't do anything on purpose to make you upset. Right? Then she tells you, Bitcoin tells you, look, it's different today than it was yesterday. Look, the hormones changed. I had hot flashes and this and that. It's that time of the month, my cycle and this. Okay. The cycle, it's the 4-year cycle. It happens every 4 years, right? Bitcoin's on her cycle. And depending on what time it is in that cycle, things change, right? So it might be different this time. Bitcoin could do whatever she wants. I'm telling you, okay? Why I'm in a cage? Because down here in Cuba, Bill Gates is experimenting with GMO mosquitoes. All right, they're going to give you the COVID-19 vaccine through their mosquito bites and spread it to all your friends. So I caged myself in here to keep the mosquitoes out. Not only does this cage keep the mosquitoes out, but it even keeps viruses out. All right, it's like wearing an N95 mask. All right, it keeps all the viruses out. Can't keep the dust out, but it does keep viruses out. Let's see. That's why I'm in a cage, bro. All right, let's see how the Bitcoin's doing. All right. We see how she's doing. Cool. Well, guys, here's the deal. I'm going to head out. I think I'm going to make a video for my free course. Make sure to check out my free course, guys. All right. It's called Day Trading Full Guide. Start with the first session. I learned this first. If I just start day trading, all right, check it out. If you like shirtless men outside talking about trading, this is the video for you. All right. Who wouldn't want to watch that? All right. God bless you guys in Jesus' name. I love you all. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. 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 Peace.